In a case filled with secrecy, one detail continues to confuse investigators even today: the timeline. From travel logs to meeting records, from flight lists to personal schedules, nothing in this story moves in a straight line. And the deeper you look, the more the dates begin to blur. Today, on USA Casebook, we uncover why the official timeline surrounding Jeffrey Epstein still doesn't add up, and why investigators are worried about what those gaps really mean. The first major issue investigators noticed was inconsistency. Certain dates had documented travel, but no matching logs. Other days had logs, yet no record of where those trips began or ended. It was as if parts of the timeline had been quietly edited, leaving behind fragments that didn't fit together. One of the biggest mysteries came from the gaps between recorded movements. Some weeks had detailed logs down to the hour, while other weeks showed almost nothing: no flights, no meetings, no phone activity. For a case involving high-profile movement, those silent gaps felt unnatural. Investigators questioned whether records were missing or never created at all. Next came the problem of overlapping data. Some schedules contained times and dates that didn't match other official entries. A meeting listed in one record appeared impossible when compared with a travel log from the same day. These overlaps became red flags, suggesting the timeline was never fully synchronized. The communication records added another layer of confusion. Phone logs appeared incomplete, with timestamps missing or conversations showing no participants. Investigators found calls that started and ended at the same second, something technologically possible, but unusual enough to raise questions about how the logs were processed or preserved. Another major gap involved international travel. Different countries record visitor information differently, and some regions had no publicly accessible logs at all. When investigators tried to reconstruct certain trips, the trail simply ended, like a road unfinished, leading into darkness. These dead ends made it nearly impossible to confirm sequences of events across borders. Even more confusing were entries that didn't align with each other. Some documents showed certain individuals present during specific dates, while other documents contradicted those claims. These conflicts made investigators wonder whether the timeline had been altered unintentionally, through sloppy record-keeping, or intentionally, through selective omissions. Today, years later, those gaps still exist. The timeline is not a straight narrative, it's a broken chain, with missing links, blurred patterns, and unanswered questions. And those inconsistencies continue to shape the mystery behind the case. The timeline tells a story, but not the full one. The missing pieces, the silent weeks, the overlapping dates, all point to a case far more complex than what's been publicly seen. As investigators continue to review new documents and old questions, one thing is clear: until the gaps are filled, this story remains incomplete. This is USA Casebook, where the hidden becomes visible, one episode at a time.